Welcome to Geek Games and Collectibles, where we share our love of fandom
while promoting new and pre-owned games, toys, and collectibles available for purchase from CanGeek.com.
Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Scott here from Geek Games and Collectibles. Welcome as always to the Geek YouTube channel and to our Geek Speak video for the week of February the 21st. It is Wednesday, February the 23rd. We are just under a week removed from the season finale of Peacemaker on HBO, and we need to talk about it. But first, this. Dear God, these opening credits were awesome. And you know, this should have been our first clue that we were truly in for something special with Peacemaker. Now, we should have known from those opening credits, as I said, that we were in for something special with Peacemaker. And I've got to tell you that, in my opinion, the sign of a really talented filmmaker is someone who can give us something that none of us thought we really wanted and leave us wanting more. And that's what I feel like James Gunn did with Peacemaker. Because let's be honest about this. They dropped the hint in the end credits scene for the most recent Suicide Squad film that we were going to get a Peacemaker series. And how many DC fans watching this video can actually say that they cared about a Peacemaker series? How many of us watched that end credit scene and found ourselves groaning and going, no, not that. But again, not only did this series surprise me, as I'm sure it did many of you, but it's actually left me wanting more, and more as soon as possible. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. But before we do, I want to look at some of the really incredible scenes from Peacemaker and how from the very beginning they attacked the DC property with this series. So if you haven't seen Peacemaker Season 1 yet and you intend to watch it, be forewarned, there are spoilers immediately ahead.
You a fan?
There's no superhero called Peacemaker.
Dude, I'm fucking famous.
Not that famous. Aquaman, he's famous.
Fuck Aquaman.
No, man. Don't say that. Why say that?
He bangs chicks, good for him. He fucks dudes, got no problem with that. He starts fucking fish, that's taking it a step too far.
Aquaman fucks fish?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Guy on Twitter works for the aquarium. Said for $50 he brings him in the back so he can have his way with a sturgeon.
I refuse to believe that.
And I refuse to believe that @Pepe the Frog 89 is lying to me for no reason. Superman's an alien. He's got a poop fetish.
What?
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah. He uberly bays the old shizes. I understand it.
Where do you get this nonsense?
Google.
Batman has a coterie of supervillains. Joker, Riddler, Mad Hatter.
So what?
You said you were a superhero like Batman. Do you have a coterie of supervillains?
No, he doesn't.
So maybe you're not a superhero after all.
You wanna know why I don't have a coterie of supervillains?
Why?
My coterie of supervillains is 6 feet fucking under.
There, you see, Batman doesn't kill people.
Because he's a pussy!
He's a dark creature of the night.
He's a jackass who wrestles with murderers dressed like clowns and throws them in prison so they can break out of prison and then murder more people. Riddle me this. How many people you think Batman's indirectly murdered by being too much of a candy ass not to kill these fools who clearly need to be smoked once and for all, you wrinkly, Shar-Pei-looking dementia-infested fuck?
Jesus. I was just trying to make conversation.
Fuck it.
With an attitude like that, you're definitely a supervillain.
Yeah, Chubster.
Do you have a coterie of supervillains?
No. Any more questions? Yeah, gender swapped Alfred Newman.
Have you ever met the Flash?
Yeah, I met the Flash. Like everybody else has ever met him. I thought he was an unbearable D-bag.
What about Wonder Woman?
What about raising your hand? Urkel.
Have you met Wonder Woman?
I've never met her, but she did spend an entire party IFing me from across the room.
Sick.
Dude!
Dude, I said effing. Any more questions? You can shoot a fishing line over the barn from one of these trees here and just let the helmet slide down.
Like Green Arrow?
No, not like Green Arrow. That dude goes to brony conventions dressed in the back half of Twilight Sparkle with a 4-inch wide butthole drilled in the costume.
Maybe it's so we can breathe properly.
You actually believe that shit? He has an insane story for every single superhero.
No, I actually heard that's true about Green Arrow, but that's the first thing he said that's real.
An Aquaman fucking fish.
Well, yeah, obviously.
You're late, you fucking dickheads. Go fuck another fish, asshole.
I'm so fucking sick of that rumor.
It's not a rumor.
Fuck you, Barry.
This series was nothing short of fantastic. It has restored my faith as a DC fan in the DC Extended Universe. The fact that they were willing to bring Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa on board as the Flash and Aquaman and treat those characters with such disdain and disrespect, kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of way of treating those characters, really has given me, strangely enough, hope for the future of the DCEU. And let's be honest about this. This series had everything. It had characters that were strangely relatable. Really solid character development for the character of Peacemaker, and it really set the series up for season 2. And I said we'd talk about that in a minute, because the day before the season finale for season 1 hit HBO, James Gunn and John Cena both confirmed on social media that season 2 is happening. So that's the good news. The bad news is apparently we're going to have to wait until late 2023, potentially 2024, before season 2 releases. So you got to take the good with the bad, right? We're going to get a season 2, but sadly, we're going to have to wait a while for it. But I said at the top of this video that the sign of a really good and talented filmmaker is someone who can give us something that none of us really thought we wanted and then leave us wanting more. And again, very much like he did in the MCU with Guardians of the Galaxy, James Gunn gave us a property that a lot of DC fans weren't sure they wanted, and he left us wanting more. And thank you is all I can say. Thank you to James Gunn, who is not likely to ever see this video, but from one DC fan and admittedly a Marvel fan as well, thank you. Because the last 7 episodes of Peacemaker were fantastic, and I just can't wait for more. And, you know, if you agree with me after watching this video, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed Peacemaker as much as we did here at Can Geek. Also, here's another thought for you to consider quickly. We know that there's, DC films coming out this year. We've got Black Adam coming. Shazam is in the works. The Flashpoint film is coming. What are the odds that maybe we might see a Peacemaker cameo in one of those films? Or, hey, here's another thought. With Flashpoint coming, do you think that that could have major implications for Peacemaker Season 2? Just some things to consider. Anyways, thanks very much for watching this video and for continuing to support us here at Can Geek Games and Collectibles. We appreciate it. We will be on the road over the next few weeks as vendors, vending at several Comic-Con style events here in Ontario. So if you are interested in seeing where we're going to be and maybe popping by to see us, head over to our website at cangeek.com for an update for the most recent events that we've confirmed our involvement in, and hopefully maybe we'll see you at one of those events. Again, thanks very much for all your support. We'll talk again soon, but until we do, take care.